We have producer, screenwriter, actor, musician, and now director, Jennifer Zhang. Thanks for coming back on the show to do a little bit of a follow-up on Charon or Charon. It's been about 7 months, roughly 7 or 8 months since we talked the first time about Charon. And now, since then, it's won several awards. It's gone to several film festivals. And I just want to jump right in and ask, how many film festivals did Charon go to?
So far, it's been 6 of them where they've been official selections, maybe 7, but we've won in 6. We've won, in various, won or not, were nominated in various, tiers throughout those.
I have this list that I pulled off of IMDb, and I'll just run off a few. International Independent Film Awards. You won Best Actress, Best or Narrative Feature, and Concept. That won 3 awards at that film festival. And then another one here, International Mobile Film Festival, won Best Feature Film.
That was the big one. That we took the whole festival with that one.
I mean, I know that it would be a little redundant to say that this is beyond your expectation, but really after maybe winning the first couple awards, what was going through your mind? What were your expectations after a while?
So I initially, when I made the film, I was just going to chuck it up on YouTube. In an almost like altruistic way in my head, I was thinking like, no one's creating any features at this stage during the quarantine. And I'm like, and this is really just going to be a piece to show people that it's possible to do it with the most restrictive of limitations. So in my head, I thought, I'll frame it up as like it was an artistic choice. I was like, I'm going to do that. And then I showed it to my manager and he was like, are you crazy?
Computer? What time is it?
It's 7:30 p.m.
Honey love.
There she is.
My soul linked to the outside world.
4 months and you're free, jailbird.
If I had a view out to the world right now, would it depress me?
You did lose a lot of folk their life savings. You're not liked out here, okay? You're not forgiven for what you did.
They won't let me just starve in here, right?
Everyone would rather you disappear.
I actually considered making a break for it.
Fucking hell.
Do not hang up. No.
Sharon, don't do this. Don't do this.
Because that was when I thought, oh, I might have something here, because he really enjoyed it. And he really thought that the gimmick, the fact that it was shot entirely in one apartment with no budget on an iPhone, written, directed, acted in. So he thought there was something there. So I did the festival route almost to humor him, but also a little hopefully thinking like, oh, maybe there is something there if one, he knows what he's looking at and he knows what he's talking about. So after the first festival selections came in and the first wins started coming in, I thought, oh shit. It was basically that was the reaction of like, oh, people don't hate it and they're not laughing at me. As Asians, we always have that like overcompensation when it comes to humility, right? So definitely braced myself for just being laughed at. Thankfully that didn't happen. People have enjoyed it.
Are you ready for this? There were 3 narrative films that were chosen to screen in this year's film festival. All these films were amazing, and the judges on this panel had a really tough decision to make. It was hard, but overall, Jennifer Zhang, you won Best Feature Film for your film, Charon, which you edited and shot on your phone, on your own. Congratulations, Jennifer. You won.
I know people are going to want to see Sharon's. So what's going to happen? What's the possibilities of that happening?
There's a few possibilities at this point because it's gotten some buzz on it. It might end up being more worth it for me to just put it up on Amazon and charge 99 cents a rental so that there's no middleman other than Amazon, and then I just start getting the profits off of the buzz. I can try to do a sale on it. Realistically, because it was shot on an iPhone, it doesn't really pass your standard quality control for broadcast. It would take a larger buyer to try to get away with it. It would take somebody getting behind it and saying the quality is lower, but we're going to put all this marketing into it to explain why the quality is lower because of the conditions that it was made.
And that sounds like a good plan, though, and it sounds very practical. If the numbers don't make sense, this is a film that you shot on your iPhone during quarantine that went to 6 or 7 film festivals and won 12 awards. That's great for your IMDb, great for what's possible for your future.
Yeah, that's the real value of it, really. That's the nail on the head right there, is that regardless of the isolated number of what it makes me profit-wise, I've already started really reaping the benefits of having done it in across the board. I mean, I'm thrilled. I hope it comes off that I am, because I am pretty thrilled with what it's done. It's beyond my wildest aspirations for what this thing was. But it suddenly changed the conversation around me as an artist. I always felt like I had to justify my acting ability because most of the projects I've done have been digital, or things or shorts or music videos. So, but I always did have a chip on my shoulder about it, right? I went to a bunch of acting studios and I've tried to hone that muscle and maintain that ability. But I always felt like I had to say, I've always had to give them the explanation I've just given. And because of the awards I've gotten because of this, there's not, the conversation kind of begins and ends there. When I get introduced now, it's oh, here's Jennifer Zhang. She just had a feature film win some festivals where she's gotten Best Actress, nominations and wins, and no one questions. And the conversation is just it's different. It's insane. The directing stuff is not anything I've anticipated, right? My manager wants to try to set me up now as a potential director, try to launch a directing career off of what I did with this film. We'll see how that goes, but it wasn't even something I thought was within the realm of possibility for me. I was really I'm just a writer, actress, producer, singer, songwriter, fitness model.